And it's been just 2 years since Juneteenth was declared a federal holiday, and many people are still learning about it. Robert Reidinger is a professor and librarian at Northern Illinois University, and he's put together a list of resources on Juneteenth and joins us live to discuss. Hi, Professor Reidinger. How are you?
Doing well. Thank
Good.
you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to have you on the show. First, before we talk about those resources in terms of the books and the literature,
Mhm.
why do you think that it is so imperative that Juneteenth became recognized as a federal holiday in 2021?
I think it's important because Juneteenth, at its core, is a holiday stressing the importance of human rights and dignity, and the fact that they must always be monitored and fought for.
Okay, all right. And so now let's talk more about, in addition to you being passionate about history, I know that you are a passionate librarian. And when it comes to Juneteenth, you have put together a number of resources in terms of materials to help people learn more about this holiday. I know that you said that when you started doing research, you mostly saw children's books on the topic. You thought you'd find more historical books and literature. But talk a little bit more about the children's books and why you think that's not so bad in terms of the materials that are out there.
I think it's probably the best genre they could have to learn about the holiday easily. Juneteenth wasn't a holiday officially in Texas until 1979,
Mhm.
and the first book I could find was dating from 1983.
Mm.
So, and up to the present time, you really haven't had that many books written on it. Almost all of them have been children's books because the idea of Juneteenth is something that is unique, it's colorful, and it speaks to things that children should be aware of as they grow older and carry with them into their adulthood. The more books like that you can have for children as soon as possible, the better, which is why the children's genre of Juneteenth is going to be always evolving. By
Mhm.
the time you get the books into history, they may or may not read them. But if you read them to them when they're 6 years old or seven or younger, they will remember. And that's the important part.
Yeah, absolutely. And then with all the children's books being out there, I mean, that's also helping adults who might not know about
Mhm.
Juneteenth as well, correct?
I would think so. There's also one adult who, in the story of Juneteenth, should always be remembered. That would be Miss Opal Lee.
Yes. Known as
The
the
act
grandmother of Juneteenth, correct?
That's right. When she was 89 years of age, she walked from Fort Worth, Texas to Washington, D.C.
Hmm.
to publicize the cause of making Juneteenth the 11th federal holiday. And she was with President Biden when he signed the bill that created Juneteenth.
Yes, she
I
had.
couldn't help thinking how totally appropriate that was.
Yes, she has an incredible story, and we have about 30 seconds or so left. Um, how do you think that the country can continue Juneteenth's legacy for the future generations in the years to come? What do we need to do?
I think the most important thing to remember about Juneteenth's legacy is that it's not limited to one day where you have presents or candy and then you move on from it. Juneteenth is a holiday whose legacy should be remembered and lived out every day.
All right. Well, Professor Reidinger, we appreciate you being on the show this evening. Thank you so much for sharing more information about your collection of books and the history of Juneteenth. Hope you have a
Thank
wonderful
you for having
evening.
me. Thank you for having me.